What is up, y'all? And welcome back to this episode of the Coastal Smoke Podcast. And as always, I'm your host, Baden Fuller, up here from the Podcast Dome in lovely Piketon, Ohio. This is the Coastal Smoke Podcast, and we got a lot to talk about. Alright, first of all, this is our second episode of the LSU baseball season, and I just don't know really where we're going to start except what Cade Beatty did at Lindsey Nelson Stadium in Tennessee last night. I think that is a great starting point to as we get through my thoughts of what this season has been so far for our LSU Tigers. Um yeah, so Cade Beatty, 4 home runs, and absolutely absurd. As we were all sitting there yesterday afternoon, after we all ate our Easter dinner, Cade Beatty just went absolutely nuclear. I mean, if you threw, he was seeing beach balls yesterday. Cade Beatty was literally seeing baseballs that was the size of beach balls, and he was launching them out of that ballpark. I mean, it was one of the greatest performances in LSU baseball history we have witnessed last night. Witnessed LSU baseball history. Absolutely incredible what Cade Beatty did last night. Absolutely incredible. I mean, you're down 5-0 to start the game, and then you rally back there in the seventh inning, and then what happens? Cade Beatty, home run. Next plate appearance, Cade Beatty, home run. He comes into the 12th at the plate. I mean, I'm so glad the bases were loaded because I mean, if you're Tennessee and the bases weren't loaded right there in the 12th inning, I definitely think you were going to walk Beatty right there. But you know what? There was 3 ducks on the pond, and Cade Beatty, he steps up to the plate and he bashes that thing off the freaking top of the scoreboard, and the Tigers blow that game open. The Tigers take 2 out of 3 at Tennessee, where you about had to have it, and win your second SEC series in a row. And that is absolutely huge for this ball club that we get to 6-6 right there. It is absolutely huge that you take that series at Tennessee right there, and you get to 6-6 as you're heading into Oxford and going to Ole Miss this weekend. But Beatty hit a home run, but there were some fireworks in that game. As we go to the ninth inning there, I mean, Jay Johnson absolutely gave it to that umpire, and I was sitting there watching, and I was like, I'm glad he's giving it to him right there, cause that strike 3 call was absolutely atrocious at that point in the game. I think it was Braun or Dardar at the plate at that point, but I mean, I'm a golfer, and I know you need. He needed a sand wedge to hit that freaking ball. He needed a sand wedge, and like you know, on the baseball diamonds, there's no sand wedges. So yeah, the terrible strike 3 call. Jay Johnson, I mean, he was getting kicked out no matter what, but I'm so glad he absolutely got his piece and said his words and then left on, because what ensued after that was absolutely amazing. Tigers load the bases. Tennessee can't make a play at second right there. LSU scores a run. We're going into extras. Then you have extras. Cade Beatty, freaking home run. You're up 6-5 in the 11th right there, and you're feeling good, maybe because Gavin Guidry was throwing the ball well for you. So you're sitting there thinking, we're up 6-5, we're feeling good, but you know what? some things happen in the bottom of the 11th inning. Ball gets past the catcher. Tennessee scores on a sac fly, but you know what? They tie the game, but LSU absolutely opened a can of whoop ass on in the 12th inning right there. So right there they scored 10 runs in the 12th inning right there and win that game 16-6. And 4 hours prior to that, you're like, I was thinking I might have to turn this thing off. I mean, I wasn't going to, but the way it started was just rough. It was a rough start for the Tigers in that ball game. I mean, you had a play at first where York don't make the play. Bad throw by the Dardar, the second baseman right there. Maybe a bad throw. John Pearson, he has a error at third base. Stephen Milam commits an error. So I mean, in yesterday's ball game, you win 16-6, despite you had 4 errors. Now, LSU booted the ball 4 times, at least 4 times in that ball game yesterday. I think Jake Brown might have had an error yesterday, but I mean, LSU booted the ball, but you still found a way at the end of the game to win. Absolutely huge on the road, especially in the SEC. Especially in the SEC. There's a big difference between 5-7 and 6-6. I mean, you're 500 right there, and you're feeling a lot better going into Ole Miss than you might be if you're sitting 5-7. And I mean, you remember a couple years ago, we're sitting at 3-12 through the first 15 games of SEC play. This year, it's not going to be the case, but yeah, we're still going. There's still going to have to be some better baseball played, but man, was it huge to take 2 out of 3 against the Vols. And I mean, Friday night you were down 4-1 in that ball game, and then you find a way and you win 7-5. So you have 2 comeback wins on the road at Tennessee. And then the thing I don't like about that Tennessee ballpark is just how tiny that thing is. I mean, it seems like every ball in the outfield has a chance to go out of that ballpark. But I mean, you're both playing on that field. But I mean, LSU huge win Sunday, huge win Friday. I mean, you kind of got you got shut down on Saturday, but that's not a bad ball game by the Tigers. I don't I can live with what happened on Saturday. I mean, you dropped that game 4-1, and I mean you're upset after the ball game, but you know the next day it's or the next day like it's no big deal. I mean Tennessee had 3 hits on Saturday and scored 4 runs. I mean yesterday they had 5 hits and scored 6 runs, and then of course you found a way on Friday once again, like I mentioned, and found a way to win that game. But absolutely huge. I mean, offense was. I mean, you can talk about the offense all day yesterday, but I mean, how about the weekend of LSU pitching? I thought that was a huge. I mean, some week. I mean, there've been weekends this week that I mean, the Tigers pitching staff has just not been good. This pitching staff on a couple weekends, I mean, couple weekends has not been good. You've been walking guys, you've been walking guys 10 or 11 times and just giving up free runs and free bases, and that's just a hard way of winning the SEC. I mean, hard way of win if you're giving up free passes, but that wasn't the case. I mean, Casey Evans was he I I think it was 5 2/3 maybe on Friday night. Casey Evans, he really kept you in the ball game on Friday night. Saturday, William Schmidt was really good. He gave you a chance on Saturday. Oh, in that ball game. Grant Fontenot really good to start out the ball game yesterday. Gavin Guidry was absolute nails coming in the seventh inning and pitching beyond there. You had Zach Cowan give you some nice innings. So I mean, the pitching staff was absolutely huge, and you haven't seen that some weekends in the SEC. I mean, against Vanderbilt series, you had games where you walked a bunch of batters. I mean, you've seen games in the uh, Kentucky series where and walks came to hurt you in them series, but it was just nice to see what this pitching staff is capable. And I haven't really mentioned yet that Cooper Moore has been out of the lineup for a little bit. So, yeah, it's nice to see your guys on Sunday when they had to step up and pitch really well for you. So that's a huge positive from the weekend. Let me take a sip of water here and get on with the show. And sometimes it's hard to do these shows solo, and I get out of breath a lot, so had to take the swig of water real quick. But back to baseball. I mean, I'm happy that LSU won this series, but I'm yet to be satisfied because you got Ole Miss. I mean, they're 5-7 in the conference, but you're going to Ole Miss. And then you got Texas A&M. Wasn't very good last year, but they're good this year. I mean, there is no gimme weekends in the SEC. I mean, you got Florida at the end of the year. I mean, you still gotta go to Starkville. So I mean, this season is not done yet. I mean, I'm happy we won back-to-back series, but I'm not satisfied yet. I'll be satisfied whenever when hopefully after this 30 game SEC season ends, that we can be around 15, 16, maybe even 17 wins. I think 17 is a pretty high number for this team, but like I said, we are the Tigers are capable of of absolutely getting to that number, but it's going to be tough. But what I like to tell myself, you get to 13 or 14 wins in the SEC and win a game or two in Hoover, you're going to be in the SEC tournament. So I'm not really worried about that. But this could be one of them years where maybe LSU's kind of fighting for position. Maybe they'll be hosting. Uh, Maybe they can sneak in and host a regional. But if I think this could maybe be a year where LSU might be a 2 seed. But I mean, there's still 18 games in the SEC left to play out, so we're gonna let the chips fall where they fall, and who knows, we might get back into the top 10 there and host a super and host a regional and a super, which would be absolutely awesome for this team. But yeah, a lot of games left to play baseball, but uh, I mean let's get to maybe a couple of my takeaways so far in the season, as this is probably, this will be the first time I kind of sit up here and talk about the Tigers so far this season. But I mean, I, the my thoughts. I'll start with number one. I think number one, we got some fielding issues. We at times LSU does not play the cleanest baseball. I mean, you've seen them commit 4 errors. I mean, you just to win in this league and win baseball games, You gotta be a little cleaner. And then, I mean, it's just I think what you're starting to see right now for this team is you are seeing the Tigers finally find their offensive rhythm. I think the offense is going to come because I mean the offense. I mean they have played good in back-to-back Sundays. They've had some good comeback wins this week, but there have been times where the offense has been really stagnant, hasn't been producing. But I mean, it's going to be hard to shut down Derek Curriell, Stephen Milam, Jake Brown, Cade Aaron Beatty, Omar Cerna stepping up into an everyday row. It's looking like he's going to most likely be in the lineup every day. He's stepping up, making some plays. Eddie Yammon was huge yesterday. He's capable. Zach York. I mean, he's struggling, and I absolutely hate it for Zach York right now. But it's a little evident that Zach York is struggling. He's struggling, making he's struggling at first base a little bit, and he struggled hitting the ball. But he was at Grand Canyon last year, but SEC's a little a, a lot different than what he probably seen at Grand Canyon. But I mean, I think Zach York's going to get it together here before long. He proved last year at Grand Canyon that he's a power hitter and he can hit. So I think if he can get going, he'll be all right. But hope it's just a little struggling this year. But like I said, this lineup, I mean, it's going to be hard to keep this lineup down, which I think is the positive that LSU is kind of starting to figure back out now. Early in the season, you knew what they were capable of. Then they went to Jacksonville in that classic, played well. Then it was kind of they came back and they struggled, uh, and then up until that Kentucky series and uh, Tennessee series, it was three straight series the Tigers have lost, and they were struggling, maybe pressing a little bit at the plate. But I mean, Derek Curriell's finding his rhythm now. Stephen Milam, he's starting to find it. Uh, of course, Cade Aaron Beatty, he's finding it. Uh, I mean, Jake Brown, you know what he's capable of. So this lineup ain't a. I don't think it's a hitting problem with the lineup because is just this lineup's going to figure it out. But what the Tigers need to be better at is fielding the baseball. I mean, couple routine plays that should have been made yesterday, and I mean a bunch of there's just some plays throughout the year that the Tigers haven't made, and it comes back to bite them. The pitching for the most part, William Schmidt I think has been your most consistent pitcher. Uh, Casey Evans looked good this weekend. He looked good against uh in that Oklahoma series, but he has had issues with walking batters, and just when you walk batters, it's going to come back to bite you. So that has came back to bite, but you've seen it last year what Casey Evans is capable of, and I think Casey Evans is going to figure it out. He did this weekend. He did against Oklahoma. It's just once he finds his groove, I mean, he's gonna be all right. He was a back end bullpen guy last year, and now he's one of them guys that you're relying on to go pitch 6, maybe 7 innings, six at least, maybe if you can get him through 7 a night would be really good. But I mean, I think he's going. I think he's starting to figure it out. Gavin Guidry, I like the role that Jay has that Guidry's in right now. Jay trusts him a lot, and I mean, I know we what happened at Vanderbilt. getting walked off at Vanderbilt on the game one right there at Vanderbilt, getting walked off. That was brutally tough, but I think Guidry has been good. You've seen it yesterday that Guidry has been. You've seen what he's capable of and what he can do. Zach Cowan, he's one of them guys. He's given you some good innings this year, but the pitching staff's doing well. I like it, but I like what the pitching staff is capable of. We just They just haven't shown it throughout the year consistently yet. But once I think them guys on the pitching staff, starting pitchers, and in the bullpen, this team can be dangerous once again. And I mean, Cooper Moore, not even he been out the last couple weeks due to an injury. So once you get him back, I mean, you got three really good starters for you if that's what Jay wants to do, and throw Moore back into the starting into the starting rotation. So I mean, you got Evans, Schmidt, Moore, three starters right there. You got Guidry, you got Cowan, Grant Fontenot. I mean, he's giving you good innings. Uh, Lockmeyer gave you some. He pitched well in the midweek. He got you a big out Friday night. Uh, so you got the guys if you're the Tigers right there. Rizzy has had his struggles, but you've seen what he can do last year. So, uh, not really worried about the. I'm not worried about this pitching staff, but if this pitching staff continues to give up walks, and then LSU is they're just LSU just don't play a clean game, then that's just gonna bite you. And I mean, it is. Last week was one of them. The Kentucky series was one of them series like you can't give up free passes against Kentucky, and that's why you lost a game, and that's why you got down big on Sunday and had to play comeback. Because a team like Kentucky, they want chaos, they want walks, they want guys on base to do all that stuff, to be able to run and steal bases and then just find ways to speed you up. And if you don't play clean in them series, you're going to struggle a little bit. So just you gotta limit the traffic against them teams. And LSU did it a couple times, but I mean, and you got Tennessee. You know what? Tennessee was capable of home runs, and they got power hitters, and it's at Tennessee, and uh former coach Tony Vitello was there, so he got Tennessee got a type of swagger to him, uh, and confidence to him that Tony Vitello built that uh, they're carrying on this year, even though Tony Vitello ain't there anymore. But it's been an up and down a roller coaster uh, of a season so far for LSU. But I mean, we still got 25, 26 games of this. So I mean, I'm locked in. I mean, this is probably my favorite time of the year right now. The It's finally getting warm down here in Ohio. Uh, the birds are chirping. The sun's out. Daylight longer. I mean, every Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm watching LSU baseball. So it's great to be able to just I'd like to say sit back and relax and watch the Tigers, but you know uh uh when it is kind of hard to sit back and relax sometimes because you get excited and you're waking up the dog and you got the neighbors asking if you're all right if you're all right because Kate Beatty hit 4 home runs in a game or Casey Evans struck out 15 batters in 5 innings or something crazy like that. So, or LSU got your blood pumping and you're down 5-0 yesterday and come back and win 16-6. So, I mean, I think some nights it's easy to sit back and be like, this is a cool, chill Friday night watching some LSU baseball. Maybe I got some burgers on the grill or some crawfish or something. And that's another thing I need to do is get me one of them big old outdoor cooking pots and get me some crawfish because um, did that. Uh, I'm going off on a little side note here. The worst thing about living in the state of Ohio and being an LSU fan is there's not there's not much crawfish fish in I don't think there's even crawfish in Ohio. So I mean most of the crawfish I'm eating all the time, but uh uh I'm usually they're usually frozen coming from a grocery store. So you Louisiana people, if you're listening, don't come at me because I do like crawfish. I just can't. I think I know how a way I can get them fresh, but I when I want crawfish, I just gotta hope and pray uh the local grocery store down here or something has them, and they're usually frozen. But I've been looking into it. I'm gonna get me my boiler pot thingy uh, on Sundays, we'll cook corn in. We got a little pot thing. We'll cook corn on the cob in outside for Sunday family dinners. I gotta get me one of them, and I think I need to order me some crawfish online, and maybe who knows, maybe I'll come up here and uh and eat some crawfish while on live stream next time. But yeah, that's the worst part about living in Ohio. I mean, we got Buc-ee's now. The I mean, I don't know if there's a Buc-ee's in Louisiana, but I know there's a Buc-ee's in Texas, and it's big down that way. But you know what? Today's April 6th, and we finally got opening day for our Buc-ee's, and not too many things other than uh, Kate Aaron Beatty 4 home run days, uh, roller coasters, and donuts, uh, Blondie's donuts specifically, which I can't wait to get back down there in about 7 or 8 weeks to have me some more Blondie's donuts. But not much, not much else makes me excited than a Buc-ee's gas station. I've been in one once down in South Carolina, but I, I'm going to go to this place. I'm going to go to this Buc-ee's, and my whole goal is to be in there for like 2 hours. My whole goal is to go into this Buc-ee's and be in that Buc-ee's for 2 hours. And don't worry, it's not going to be on a Tuesday, Friday, or a Saturday because those are the sacred holy days for LSU baseball. Those those are my untouchable days. Like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Uh, I make sure I have a way and I have free time to watch the Tigers. Sometimes maybe I don't have a TV. Uh, I'll just watch it on my iPad. I watch a bunch of games over here on my iPad here, so uh I always have a way to watch the Tigers. There's some Tuesdays I'm out and about during the midweek conference games, but you know what? I make sure I'm home by 8 or 8:30 that night to catch the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth innings right there. But yeah, I'm not gonna go to Buc-ee's on when LSU baseball plays. Heck, I'm not even gonna go to Buc-ee's when uh I just won't go when LSU baseball plays. So that is I kind of went on a tangent there, but and we finally got a Bucky's, and if they sell crawfish, I'll have some crawfish. But let's get back to some LSU baseball here. I think as we're going to close out a little bit, so let's kind of wrap things up here. So LSU preseason number one to start the year, but then they hit the rough stretch. They drop out, and then back-to-back series wins puts LSU back in the top 25 at number 24. So we finally, I mean, that was one of the greatest news, the greatest things, the greatest things I seen today at work. I mean, I'm just sitting there, doing what I need to do, uh, at work, and then a message pops up on my phone. LSU's in the top 25. Woo! Woo! We're back, baby. We're back. You know what? You can only go up from here. So heck, let's be at 24 right now. And then next week let's be around 1920. And then that week let's be around 15 14 15. Then let's see if we crack the top 10. Then we'll crack the top 8. Then, well, who knows? Maybe we'll be a top 2, 3 team. Who knows? A lot of head to play, 18 games, an SEC tournament. This is a team no one's going to want to see in the postseason we start hitting, once we start heating up, hitting the ball hard, pitching well again. I mean, you know what this team is capable of. I know it too. We all know what this team is capable of. We all know it. This team's capable of anything, and that's why they were preseason number one. They just haven't played it like played 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 at their best all year. We're gonna play at our best. I mean, back-to-back series. You go to Oxford and you win that series. And then you're coming to Baton Rouge, and then you got Texas A&M for a home series. You take 2 out of 3 out of them. I mean, you could potentially be, after that Texas A&M series, if all goes well, you might be 10-8. This team could be 10-8 through 18 SEC games. So, and then that's positive. Then you got the South Carolina series. Then you got Florida. Uh, you got Mississippi State, but you know, you gotta see what happens. And then the beauty about baseball is one pitch at a time, one out at a time, and Tennessee had to get 27 outs yesterday to win the ball game. They got 26. LSU tied the game, and LSU goes on to win. But it's exciting. I think I'm sitting up here a lot more confident after this weekend, after the past 2 weekends, than what it could have been. What it could have been was really bad, 5-7 or 4-8 or whatnot. But this team's not 6-6. They continue to fight. This team is just. I think this is just the start of the LSU fighting Tigers right here. They're going to fight like Tigers. This is the LSU fighting Tigers. So I think we're gonna we're a lot of baseball left to be played. 25, 26, 27 games, whatever it is. That's a lot of baseball. That's a lot of baseball. So, I mean, we're going to see what happens. You won't. You haven't got swept in the SEC yet, so unlike some other teams ahead of you, you haven't got swept. So I mean, another positive. I kind of like the direction this team's heading, and I think we can kind of see it it start to turn here. I mean, the once the offense gets hot, just gotta play a little cleaner defense. Gotta play some better. Uh, gotta pitch a little better. But I think this team got it in them, and that's why. That's why this team is fun and frustrating to watch at the same time. It is fun and both frustrating. But you know, it's that's baseball. Every day's a new day on the baseball diamond. You can't dwell in the past, and you can't look too far ahead in the future. You just gotta take this thing one game at a time, and I think the Tigers will. But they go on, win a series at Tennessee, get in the top 25, win back-to-back series wins. Uh, now we might be starting to see them gel a little. We're starting to see them gel. We're starting to see them. Maybe this is the turn of some better baseball. There's 18 games left in this SEC slate. Like I said, a couple more midweeks. Hopefully we can boost that RPI a little better. Uh, SEC is going to even it out, boost that RPI, and where we're just going to see what happens, and we're going to fun. We're going to have fun while we're watching, and we're going to have fun rooting our beloved LSU Tigers on. And with that being said, that was today's episode of the Coastal Smoke Podcast. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe and follow us on social media. And leave your comments below if you enjoyed this video. And with that being said, so long, everybody.